Jai Hind. Welcome to Computology Academy. So as we all know that the OIC countries and China and Russia were trying to bring a resolution in UN Security Council. So in the UN Security Council, the two permanent members, that is Russia and China, as well as the OIC countries and some other non-permanent members, were trying to bring the resolution against Israel and to censor Israel and to pass some resolution that may be binding on Israel, and so that if the Israel doesn't restrain from attacking the Gaza Strip and the other regions where the Arabic Islamic clerics and the other terrorist groups are having the hold, so that some sanctions may be imposed on Israel. But this didn't happen as India provided the implicit support to Israel. Here what happened, India didn't came in support of Israel openly, but India condemned the indiscriminate rocket firing from the Gaza Strip by the Hamas, and also they said that they are committed to the two-state solution of Israel and Palestine. So Israel and Palestine, this politics of diplomacy had since been 1948 in the Indian territory because of that Nehruvian diplomacy of non-violence and non-aggression. In 2017, however, the PM Modi had tried to dehyphenate the Israel-Palestine simultaneously, as we had seen in earlier videos. However, this strategy backfired for India, and because of this, the Muslim countries, OIC and some Arabic countries came against India, and the relation between India and these nations got a bit soured. So because of this, India reverted back to this Israel plus Palestine diplomacy. However, India provides the support to Israel and its existence time and again, because Israel is a nation which is not having a good relation with any of the Islamic countries. However, in recent time we had seen that the diplomatic relations had been established between UAE, Saudi Arabia and Israel and some other countries because of the mediation of Donald Trump, that is the earlier US president. However, after the coming of Joe Biden, this process has got stalled because Joe Biden is not so pro-Israel and he is pro non-violence. He is also saying that there should be non-aggression, the situation should not be changed on the ground level at the Israel-Palestinian borders, and the Gaza Strip should not be reduced. However, here what happened, India said that it is committed to the two-state solutions, also condemned the indiscriminate rocket firing from the Gaza Strip, as well as they said that the Israelis are not the first aggressors, but they are the retaliatory action by the Israelis. So the Israel's action is not an act of aggression but an act of self-defense. So they said that in the UN Security Council that the Israel is acting in the self-defense and they are defending their own homeland. And this was said by T.S. Trimurti, that is the Indian permanent representative to UN Security Council and the UN General Assembly. So he was speaking to this UN General Security Council Assembly, and he said that, also mentioned that the death of the Kerala nurse, that is Soumya Santosh, he mentioned this to highlight the action of Gaza Hamas. So he was highlighting this Hamas is a terrorist group, and because of that even the Indian citizens are losing their life in the Israeli territory because of the firing of these rockets. So he was saying that the status quo should be maintained here in the Gaza Strip as well as in the East Jerusalem, as many of the people, common citizens who are trying to flee these regions. And he said that there should be no change in the ethnicity of even the East Jerusalem as well as the Gaza Strip, and the status quo should be maintained. He also said that if the situation spirals down, then this may get to a wider spread of the war, and because of this they said that already Syria has started to fire on the Israelis, and this may lead to the indulgence of many other countries in this war. That may be Lebanon. Iran is already supporting Hamas, and Iran is in a search of an opportunity to start a war against Iran. Iran is already not having good relations with most of the Muslim countries like the Saudi Arabia, UAE, because of the Shia Sunni tug of war. Also, the Iran doesn't want to see Israel's existence. They see it as the land of the Palestinians. However, if Iran gets indulged in the war, then the situation may get deteriorated. Also, China and Russia is already supporting the Palestinians, and the resolution that had been brought by the OIC members in the UN Security Council. However, this resolution got defeated in the UN Security Council because of the diplomacy of India and America, as well as the wider opportunity that the China was looking to get indulged in the Arabian world, and to have a wider influence in the Arabian world, and to reduce the influence of India in that Arabian world. However, due to this situation, when India has not explicitly mentioned the Palestinian aggression, as well as not implicitly supported Israel, so China got defeated in its diplomacy of having a wider influence in the Arabic world. However, this is a clear-cut indication that India is not going to left out Israel alone. Also, India has mentioned that the quartet should be revived, as well as the regional powers should coordinate with the quartet, Israel and Palestinian parties, as well as the other regional parties, so that there should be a good plausible solution for the Israel-Palestine situation. In this, the quartet, there is the UN is the member, United States is a member, and Europe is a member. Here, and as well as the Russia is a member. So the European Union, United Nations, United States of America, and Russia are the four parties of quartet, and this was made in 2002 to find a solution for the Israel-Palestine issue. And India has mentioned that India will also be mediating if such a platform is revived, as well as he said that the regional parties such as UAE, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Turkey, and other members, Iran, Turkey, and other nations should also be called upon for the discussion on the discussion table. And India said that the only good solution can be arrived through the talks and the diplomacies, and not by the war. So India said that the non-violence should be observed, and the ceasefire should be implemented immediately, and the status quo of the ground reality should not be changed. However, India refrained from criticizing Israel, and it condemned the rocket firing by the Hamas and from the Gaza Strip, while India supported Israel that they are acting in their self-defense and not as an act of aggression. So this is the situation, and whatever the development occurs in future, we will keep you informed by the videos. So do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload new videos. Here you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. You can also join our Telegram channel for various materials and the videos, and you can join our courses at this website, that is www.computology.com. and for any queries and other things, you may comment below, or you may get connected to the contact numbers provided below. Thank you very much and have a nice day.